look at this nearby. Do you guys notice how it's all colored out like we've caught it before? That might be a sneak peek of an upcoming hunting episode. But anyway, what's going on, guys? Trev and Chels coming back at you guys with another Pokemon Go evolving episode. So obviously the surroundings are a bit different than normal. We're actually up here in Michigan visiting her family for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's crazy. We're having a lot of fun, recording some vlogs and all kinds of stuff for you guys. It's going to be a good time. But anyway, we wanted to sit down and do another evolving episode. This one is going to be for me. We're actually going to record one right after this for her that'll upload in a couple of days. And we have some really good ones. Like, these are going to be the 2 best evolving episodes you guys have seen up until this point. So you guys know the deal. We evolved 10 Pokemon. And we start with the weakest, moving up to the strongest. And I've got some good ones for you guys today. So let's kick it off with the 10th one. So to start things off, we're going to be going with a Drowzee. Now these are relatively uncommon where we're from, but Michigan has a ton of Drowzees, which is nuts. So you guys can see here, we have a 587 with an 82 IV. And then we've also got a 733 with a 58 IV. Now, I definitely like the 82 IV better, but I think because there's such a difference there, I think we might go with the 733 just because we have so many candies. I'll end up evolving both, but just to get the bigger one on camera for you guys. So we're going to be starting with the 733 CP. Let's see where he goes. I didn't have a Hypno up until yesterday. I caught one yesterday out in the wild, so I'm not going to get that bonus XP. Speaking of XP, we need to turn this egg on. I'm an idiot.
I was just gonna say that.
You thought of it when I pressed evolve?
No. When you said.
All right, I was gonna say. Okay, so that's pretty good. Goes up to a 1527 Hypno. I'm gonna have to edit that name there with the Zen Headbutt and Shadow Ball, which I know Zen Headbutt is definitely what you want. I'm not sure about Shadow Ball, but that is looking pretty solid. So before we do anything else here, we're gonna go in. We're gonna throw on a lucky egg. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up we've got Vulpix, and I've got a couple of these bad boys saved up. I've got a 58 at CP 537 or a 91, which is insane. Anytime you get an IV over 90, that's really good. You gotta go for that one. So we're gonna be going with the 467 Vulpix. Now I know you guys saw Vulpix evolve in her last one. She kind of stole my thunder before I could get there.
Sorry.
But we're gonna see what happens here. Hopefully it's gonna be pretty good. I think Ninetales is beautiful. Whenever I see Ninetales spinning up above the gym, I just think they're so pretty with all those wavy in the wind tails.
They're good too.
They are? You use them a lot?
I've used mine, yeah.
Nice. Oh, look at this. Alright, we have a new Pokemon in the Pokedex. Working on that Pokedex number. We were up to 1237 for the CP with Faint Attack and Fire Blast. So, that's not too bad. I would have preferred a Fire Attack for the quick one, but I'll definitely take that. Alright, this one I'm actually really excited for. I don't typically see too many of these things. I think I've hatched a couple out of eggs, and that's how I got this many candies. But we're going to be evolving a Magnemite into a Magneton. Now, you guys can see I did catch a Magneton recently, so I'm not going to get that XP bonus. But we're going to see where a 488 Magnemite is going to take us. He's got an 82 IV, which is it's not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and evolve him. Let's see what happens here. If we can get some good electric attacks, these guys are pretty good. They're steel Pokemon. There aren't too many steel Pokemon in Gen 1, so those are very hard to fight against. So if we could get a good one here, that'd be clutch. Here we go. What are we going to get? A 1041? Oh man, that's really not that good. We got Spark and Flash Cannon, which aren't too bad. I'm still definitely going to use him though. He's a super unique Pokemon. You don't see too many of him. Now next up, I've got a couple that I'm really excited about. We're going to be evolving both a Nidoran female and a Nidoran male in this episode. So should we start with ladies first?
Sure.
I say we start with ladies first. Alright, so we have a 548 Nidoran female. It's got a 65 overall IV, but we're just going to go for it. Whatever. We'll find some more of these things. They're pretty common. So we're going to go from Nidoran into Nidorina. I've got a feeling this Nidoqueen's going to be huge.
Yeah.
If we're starting at 560.
You don't have a Nidoqueen, do you?
I don't have one yet. No, this is going to be brand new. I've got a couple Nidorinas. But here we go. Alright, so 560 something. It was 560, right?
Yeah, I think so.
To an 897 Nidorina. And then we're going to go ahead and evolve it one more time. Oh my gosh, 100 candies.
It hurts.
Oh, that hurts so bad. Alright. Nidorina into Nidoqueen. Part of me wishes that I would have saved for a better IV, honestly. But I'm doing it for these people. I want to give them an entertaining video. Give them some good evolves.
She looks like she's wearing a bikini.
She is. She doesn't want to show her stuff. All right. Nidoqueen. Every king needs his queen. All right, here we go.
Oh, wow.
So a 16-14 with Poison Jab and Earthquake. I will take that. That's exciting. All right, next up, we are going to go with the Nidoran male. My highest one is a 463 with an 87% perfect IV. So we're going to go with Nidoran into Nidorino.
Do you have a Nidoking?
I do. Remember? He was on my favorites when we did that video recently.
Oh, right.
I fought the homeless person for him.
Yeah, I always forget.
All right, so Nidorino is going to be a 761. We're going to evolve to Nidoking. We're going to see what happens here. It actually turns out, I don't know if you watched yesterday's video, Nidoqueen can get higher than Nidoking can. Nidoqueen is stronger in the long run.
Oh, of course.
You think so?
That's just
the
real
women
life.
are
That's
always
just life.
Yeah.
That's a life lesson.
Okay, so Nidoking, let's see what we get here. 1383, that's not too bad. Poison Jab and Sludge Wave, both poison attacks. All right. Anyway, moving on. What's our next one going to be? These last 5 are going to be nuts. We've got a couple of really crazy 3-tier evolves and then 2 huge 2 tiers to end it off. So starting off, we're going to be going with an Oddish. So you guys can see I have a 721 or a 462, 58 IV versus 80 IV. I think...
80 is so good, but it's so low.
But 80 is not even, like, my goal is 90 and above, so I think I'm going to go with the 58.
I'm going to go
My goal is to eventually have the super high CPs with 90 plus IVs. I don't think 80 is good enough for me. So I'm going to go with what's going to give me a high CP in the meantime, just to kind of mess around and have fun with and get a big number for you guys here in the video. So, Oddish to Gloom. Let's see what we got here. So it was like a 721. Dude, this thing's going to be huge. This might be a 2K plus. It's a what?
A crybaby.
A crybaby. She calls them crybabies. All right, so a 1078 Gloom. That's big. Solid.
Oh,
okay, so now let me see. What do I want? Okay, I want Acid and Solar Beam on my Vileplume. Acid and Solar Beam are going to be the ones that just whew, send it to the moon. That's what makes it so good. The same thing for Victory Bell, which we're going to be going for here soon. Here we go. Give me a 2K plus with Acid and Solar Beam. Come on. Come on. Come on, you dirty girl. Come on, you dirty girl. Oh, new Pokemon added to the Pokédex. I'm so excited right now. Acid and Petal Blizzard. No!
You got the Acid.
No! And it's only a 1611. I was thinking that was going to be 2K.
Yeah, that was not a big change. I thought it would be too.
Oh, man. Vileplume is one of the best Pokemon in the game when it comes to attack and defense and stuff like that. So if I could have got that right moveset, that would have been huge. Anyway, moving on. Our next one we're going to be doing is Poliwag. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. He's an 87 overall with a 439 CP. So we're going to go ahead and evolve him into a Poliwhirl. You already have a Whirl and a Wrath, right? You caught a Wrath, I think.
No, I evolved one.
Oh, really?
I did catch a small one, but I evolved a big one.
I've got a Whirl. I don't think I have a Wrath, though. Alright, so Poliwhirl.
Remember, he's the guy
He's a Polyswag. She always called him Polyswag. The good thing is she's starting to come out of those stupid names that she gave people. She's actually understanding the game now.
Some of them have stuck because they're cute.
She thinks he's got so much swagger because he's sitting there dancing. Alright, a 747 Boeing airliner is going to be evolved into a Poliwrath here. Let's see what he turns into. I'm not even sure what the best moveset is. I don't think Poliwraths are typically that good in this game. Let's see what we got here. Brand new one. I'll take the XP for that. Look at that. This is a good Pokedex episode for me. A 1406 with Mudshot and Submission. I didn't even get a water attack. That was kind of a waste. All right, next up. This one is really near and dear and close to my heart, and it's honestly kind of a sad one. So this is Bellsprout. I've been working on catching Bellsprouts for quite a while. You guys can see we have tons of candies, 185. This is a 652. Now, I had a 750 that I accidentally transferred, and this one was like a 500 that I've evolved up to 652 just because I wanted to get a decent one. At 652, we should be close to getting a 2K CP Victory Bell here. I just can't believe I caught a 750 out in the wild and transferred it. It was... I nearly shed a tear on that day. I was so sad. I was like favoriting things and transferring things, getting ready for this episode, and I fat fingered it, man. I was so sad. All right, anyway, 652 Bellsprout into a Weeping Bell. Let's see what we get here. Up to a 1017. Okay. All right, so we're gonna evolve it again. And similar to the Vileplume, we want Acid and Solar Beam. We want those two. Victreebel can be a top 5 Pokemon in the game. There aren't too many good grass or electric Pokemon to take down water types. So if we could get a really good grass type, that would be awesome. We want Acid and Solar Beam. Here we go, Acid and Solar Beam, come on. Don't tease me, oh my gosh. Acid and Solar Beam. Yes! Woo!
What's your CP on it?
Oh my gosh. 1505. That's really not that great. Imagine what that 750 would have been, man. Holy cow. That would have been at least in the 1800s. Maybe I was shooting for the moon with that 2K CP plus, but that is going to be one of my best Pokemon. So that's beautiful. I'm so happy about that. All right, you guys are definitely going to see this guy in future episodes. Anyway, moving on to our final two. This is where things really, really heat up. So starting off, and surprisingly, we're going to be evolving a Magikarp, and he's not going to be our final one. Our final one is going to be a Growlithe that I don't have an Arcanine yet. They're one of my favorite Pokemon, and we've got he should be a pretty good one. But here we go. We're going to start with a Magikarp. Let's see which one we're going to do. We've got a 93% perfect IV, 201 CP.
That's the one.
This is going to be, this will be over 2K. This is going to be the first Pokemon that I've evolved to be over 2K just by itself without powering it up. All right, here we go. So, Magikarp, you want Dragon Breath or Bite. Either one of those is okay for the quick attack, and then you definitely want Hydro Pump for the charge attack on Gyarados. So here we go. Dragon Breath or Bite. And then Hydro Pump.
I'm nervous for you.
Dragon Breath or Bite and then Hydro Pump. He's 93% perfect, God. Please. Please. In the arms of the angel. Oh my God! I just want a Gyarados without Twister. Twister's so bad. It's such a bad attack. It's one of the worst attacks in the game on one of the best Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
Alright. We're gonna move on to the last one. That one actually really hurt. Alright, here we go. Where's Growlithe? I'm not even looking at what I'm supposed to be evolving here. Alright. So, we have a couple Growlithes here that are good to go. We are not going to be going with the 837, 38% perfect IV. We're going to be going with our 91, a 747 with a 91% perfect IV. We want to evolve this guy in Arcanine. Now, Arcanine can be a top 3 Pokemon in the game, in attack and defense and holding gyms and stuff like that, if you get the right moveset and if he's powered up enough. So, what we want for this Growlithe, or this Arcanine, is Fire Fang and Fire Blast. So, please, after giving me that, like I can't even, I grinded 400 candies for that Gyarados and I got Jack for it. Please.
Fire Fang and Fire
Fang and Fire Blast.
Oh no. So anyway,
I can tell that you're just so distraught for me. She may be looking sad on the outside, which isn't really happening, but she's actually so happy on the inside because at the end of the day, she is such a competitor in this. Oh my gosh, I hate you so much. I love you so much that I'm going to hug you until you can't breathe.
I never get what I want in my evolves, and I never get what I want in my eggs, so I'm allowed to laugh at you.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for
Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.